Welcome to the Garnet B. Rickard Recreation Complex for this Wednesday night game for your minor midget AA Toros taking on the Pickering Panthers. The only blemish on the Toros record this year is a tie against Kingston. So they've still got an undefeated record coming into this one, so they're putting that on the line against a Pickering team that has 5 wins this season as well. So this isn't going to be an easy matchup here for the Toros. Could be a good game right down to the end of it. Here we go to start things off. Bringing this in over the line is Frostro, puts it in behind the net. Frostro. Most of these players from Pickering might be from the Ajax team last year, as the Ajax Knights had to fold in this division, so most of them probably went to Pickering, and they get the opportunity right in front with Frostro firing that wide of the goal. Right in front again, and Foreman steers that aside. Brett Foreman, as you can see, in goal for the Toros, and at the other end it'll be Swatton in goal for Pickering. There's the first shot. Fired wide past Swatton and into the right corner. Desprez putting pressure on, turned over to Connor Cole, trying to take the shot against Swatton. It got blocked on the way through and kept in by Tyus Salter's shot goes wide. Pickering come up through center with an opportunity to bring this in over the line. Top, knocked down, and up comes Tyus Salter with a stretch pass over the stick of Cale Howard. Now picked up there by Aiden Desprez. Desprez shot. Blocker save there by Swatton, and the rebound is also stopped there by Swatton, who can't find it. Up through center they come. It's Pickering, drop pass. Looking to Skywin going into the corner here. Skywin loses control of it, and Earl keeps that in. Earl flips that back in behind the net against Tyus Salter. Aiden Desprez on the right side, tries to get it out. Knocked down there by Pickering, who put it back in the zone. Skywin going after his man Cale Howard to try and keep the puck in the Toros end. That'll go off the glass and out down the ice. And we'll get our first icing call of the game. Face-off is off to the left of the Toros end. And Gavin Savage will fire that around, trying to start this out for McGlynn, but it went over his stick on the other side. Light pass there for Littleton. He was one of the Ajax players mentioned. He played with Ajax for the last couple of years, but with Ajax folding this year, he's going to be a player here for the Pickering Panthers. And now he starts this in. Littleton trying to get around the checker. There's another hit on the other side, kept in there by Zentivany. That goes down the ice all the way into the corner, and another icing is going to be called. So now Foster will take this draw on the offensive end here for Pickering. Garnett's trying to keep that in, and his shot hit his stick and goes into the corner for Elliott Holt. Backing around, Salter. Simmons gets taken into the board there by Parker Rusler. Rusler still trying to fight over there against Simmons behind the goal. Kept in by Garnett with a shot. Trying to tip it on the way through. It goes off to the right side. From behind the net trying to set this up. Coming around the other side here. Toros trying to get this out of the left side. Tipped out there by Sabrizi, getting up there with Cameron Ryan. Parker Rusler here at center. Trying to dump that back in against Tyus Salter. Stretch pass there for Sabrizi. It'll come back in here for Elliott Holt. Holt from his own zone will start this out with a stretch pass through center. Tipped off the stick of Rusler down the ice, and it went far enough to go for icing. Earl to take this offensive draw now, loses it. Big defensive win by Connor Cole. Harder on the boards and out. All the way down past Skywin. Up there to Desprez. Desprez takes it behind the net. Looking at it front for a pass. It's going to be in some feet area of the Pickering forward to dump that off the boards and out. Up through center. Back to retrieve it in his own end, and he's got Aiden Desprez on him to try and get that puck away. Another hit there. Connor Cole trying to dig the puck free along with Desprez. And Cale Howard. Howard coming off a big game as he potted 2 goals against the Whitby Wildcats in that victory in the Toros last game. Here's a nice move around Hodgins. He's in, and a right pad save there. The toughest of the night for Brett Foreman so far. Gavin Savage. Savage will start this out from his own end and bring it into the offensive zone. Right back in behind the net. Savage uses the boards there for Elliott Holt at the line to shoot one. And that gets tipped wide past Swatton. Back to the line again for Elliot Holt. Holt's not going to shoot it. He'll set up McGlynn. There's a shot that goes in wide of the net. And kept in again at the line. A shot to the goal. Go fired wide. McGlynn up playing forward with the injury still to Blake Smith, who will still have some time to recover from a broken collarbone. There's a shot from the line. Just over the mark on the other side. Tipped. Past everybody. Down the ice and goes for icing. Sabrizi to take that draw. Loses it in the offensive end. Cameron Ryan putting pressure on the other side. Put back in behind the net there for Sabrizi. Taking off his stick and a big hit on the other side. They're going to take a shot to the net. It'll get fired wide into the right corner. Rusler trying to put that in behind the net there for Sabrizi again. Sabrizi cuts out. Shot to the net. Gets blocked. Kept in by Cooper Hodgins at the line. From behind the goal again, Garnett tries to get rid of the puck here. On defense for Pickering. Can't get out. Nice play there by Hodgins. He kept it in at the blue line. Still loose from the side, and Cameron Ryan couldn't jam it in. From right in front of the goal, back comes Pickering with two back the other way. On a 2-on-2 rush, there's a shot that finds the glove of Foreman as Zentivany was going to the net for a rebound. Face-off quick win. There's a kick aside save with the right pad by Foreman. We're under 10 minutes left to go here in period one now. Connor Cole digging a puck out of the right corner, trying to get some help. Back and behind, taken away by the Toros as they lead this out of their own end. Hard around the boards, not out. Nice play by Skywin to keep that in. Forrestal is going to try and help out Simmons in behind. Forrestal was waiting for a pass that in front that gets tipped into the corner. Tipped away and kept in at the line. Nice play to hold the blue line, but finally comes free there for Desprez and Cole. Aiden Desprez from the slot area can't shoot the puck. Taking off his stick and back comes Forrestal, dumping that deep. Past Elliot Holt into the corner. Watts is going after it. In behind against Cole. Or Elliot Holt, sorry. Backhander front. Nice read there by Cale Howard, who skates away with the loose puck at center. Howard gets hooked up. Here comes an opportunity to come back the other way with Earl. And Earl is going to move it over here to the other side. Gritton takes a hit. And now it comes past Watts. Here's an opportunity for Cale Howard. It's a rolling puck. Trying to get there first. Getting some help on the other side to try and dig the puck free. It'll come around the other side and kept in by Tyus Salter with a shot to the net. Way wide on the other side. Kept her in. Number 91. Turnover. Shot. Caught by Swatton. Aiden Howard to take the draw. Got some help to get it back here. Salter will pick it up here at center to get it over here for Savage, who dumps that in. Or Maddox, who deeps. Ethan Maddox trying to dump away at the loose puck here, and it goes up into the Toros bench out of play. Now the face-off comes at the Ajax or Pickering bench area. Gavin Savage with a pass for Jackman, couldn't knock it down, so Aiden Howard has to move it back to the line. Late pass for Jackman. Knocking that down with a stretch pass to the other side now for Liam McGlynn. Gavin Savage dumps that deep back in behind the Pickering goal, where they try and pick that off right from the slot area by Jackman. Cooper Hodgins finds it, dumps it hard off the glass, back in behind the net. Starting it from his own end with a pass to the other side. They bring this in for Littleton, and Littleton's not able to get through on the other side, but he tries to deliver a hit, kept in there by Skywin. Hard around the boards there for Parker Rusler to try and get things out. Rusler with a stretch pass. He gets Cameron Ryan walking in with a backhand pass. He tried to find Sabrizi on the right side. Some nice moves there. And finally lost control of it and his stick. Littleton did. Simmons takes us all the way in. Finally, we had it knocked away off his stick at the last moment. Salter getting some help on the other side. Fired around past Skywin down the ice. And it goes for icing. Forrestal's going to take this draw off to the left of Foreman. Big defensive win by Connor Cole. Elliot Holt tries to fire it around on the other side. Now it's Simmons behind the net. Right in front, taken away there by Cale Howard. Trying to get away from Forrestal on the other side. Nice move there by Watts, who takes it back in his own end. Finally turned over to Desprez right in front for Connor Cole. Nice play by Salter, kept that in. But it goes up and out of play. Face-off is coming off to the right now of Swatton. Trying to get it back to the line for Gavin Savage, who held the line. Liam McGlynn, sellout area. Can't shoot it to the net. Nice block there on the way through. Tipped up there for Simmons over his stick and onto the tape of Gavin Savage, who dumps that deeper. Swatton comes out of his net and gets a piece of it to leave it behind the goal. Trying to tip that around the other side against number 25. Aiden Howard almost knocked that down from behind the net. Toros are trying to jam this in from the side of the goal. Jackman's out there trying to get rid of it. Up through center it comes there for Forresto. Turns it over at center. Right back in by Maddox. In on goal for Swatton to make the stop and steer it off to the left. That'll come down the ice. It's not going to be icing. It's going to go. Actually, it is going to curve and go for an icing call. It looked like it was going to go right in on goal to Foreman, but took a different route and went down for an icing call. Face-off comes back into the Pickering end. That draw to be taken by Ben Sabrizi off to the right of Swatton. Wins it, trying to get some help, and he does with Parker Rusler setting that up. Right to the slider with a backhand. It goes wide on the other side. Coming up through center now was number 9, Gritton. He had it knocked off his stick. They look for another pass here for Gritton. But it's number 91 who turns that over. Fired off the boards and out. Past Earl at center. Skywin tries to put that in on the other side. Under 5 minutes left to go here in period number 1 now. Skywin with the pass to the other side for Earl. And Earl gets taken off his feet. All the way down the ice. And goes for icing. Queen's number 91, okay. Face-off is off to the right now of Brett Foreman. Gonna have a Pickering player kicked out of the draw, so in to take it now is Zentivny. Taken away there by Aiden Desprez. Desprez trying to flip it to himself. He's got Cale Howard going to the net as well. There's the pass to him out of his reach. But Howard will try and take the ricochet off the boards. Cale Howard from behind the net will come around the other side. Here's an opportunity to skate this away. That one over the stick there. Sent Ivany into the corner. Tyus Salter fires it around. It gets knocked down there. Littleton tried to knock it down, but couldn't do it. Fired all the way back in there by number 13. Due to the hair on number 13, I won't be able to get that name, so we're just going to go by that number. That goes down the ice. Number 7 trying to pick that up in his own end. A stretch pass through center over there for Forresto. Out of his reach and tip past Aiden Howard deep into the zone. Jackman trying to help out on the other side to keep it in the Pickering end. Trying to get some help. Kept in there at the line. Cooper Hodgins will come here at center now. Hodgins from his own zone. Tries to find some open ice. Taking a hit over there by Simmons at the Toros bench area. From behind the goal, it's a lead pass. Knocked down at center by Liam McGlynn. Jackman trying to put pressure along with McGlynn. Nice knockdown there by Jackman, who was able to keep the puck alive from the penalty box area. Tip deeper into the Toros end. Trying to be the first one on the puck here, and behind the goal was Watts, who completes the hit. Up through center, that one over the stick there of Earl, and in comes Cameron Ryan. Cameron Ryan taking his body to the goal, takes it in behind the net now. Keeps control of the puck, but his backhand passes over the stick. Kept in by Elliott Holt at the line, and the shot went through Watts and went wide of the net. Cameron Ryan shot, stopped by Swatton, who was able to come up with a quick save and close up the legs just in time to keep it out and keep it at 0-0. Face-off will be off to the right now of the Pickering end. Late pass up through center now. There's a pass from Gritton. Picked off on the other side against number 91, Quinn. Back into the corner, number 24 after it. Trying to set that up in front. It was taken away there by Pickering as they fire this around the boards from behind the net. Starting this from his own zone with a stretch pass. Here he comes through center. Lead pass for Gritton. Gritton coming in, and he decides to pass it instead over there for Quinn. It was out of his reach. Aiden Daypre tips that away, and it's an opportunity now to come in for Connor Cole and Kale Howard. Connor Cole cuts to the right with a shot. It hit a stick and didn't reach the goal. Littleton with a nice little drop pass. Lead pass for Gritton. He's got Ty Salter to get around, and Salter stands his ground. Gavin Savage trying to get away from Fleming now. Savage takes this from behind the net and sets things up. Sets it up in front. Backhand shot. Big save there by Swatton, who keeps it out. 1:08 left to go here on the clock. Period number 1 of a scoreless draw. What's been an entertaining game so far here between your minor midget AA Toros and the minor midget AA Pickering Panthers. Here's an opportunity. Backhand by Zentiev, and he's not going to make the goal. McGlynn trying to get it out of his own end with a pass. From his own zone, backing up his Ty Salter. 40 seconds left to go here in the first period. Off the boards there for McGlynn. Overskating it and losing it on the other side. Still over there was Aiden Howard. Jackman taking that pass. Logan Jackman bringing this in, but can't get around the check of Garnett. It's back in behind the goal again for McGlynn to try and take his man off the puck. It's in behind for Jackman. He's going to try and keep that puck in there. Fired around and up through center they come. Turned over to Ty Salter though. Still loose, trying to tip that out was Littleton and couldn't do it. And that's going to do it for period number 1 of a scoreless game. Both teams had a couple of opportunities in that first period, but none were able to bury one into the back of the net. So we go to the second period scoreless. Face off now to start off period number 2. To be taken by Forrestal. Wins it back there from McLaughlin, who dumps that in. So we start off period number 2, tipped off the boards. Trying to get around McLaughlin for an opportunity now is Ben Sabrizi taking off his stick. Parker Rusler uses the line. Shot to the net by Ethan Maddox, goes wide of the goal. Simmons picking that up off the boards with the lead pass for Watts, who in turn turns it over to Parker Rusler. Rusler here in front of us sets it up. Cameron Ryan can't shoot it to the net. Sabrizi goes after the puck in the right corner. There's a turnover there and a stretch pass for Watts, who brings us in. Watts is coming in over the line with a nice drop pass for Forrestal. His shot will go in wide of the net. Cameron Ryan goes for the hit. There's a shot tipped on the way through, and Foreman is able to stop that redirection and hang on to it. So now the draw comes off to the left of Foreman from behind the goal. Stretch pass for Jackman, who uses his backhand to try and move that up through center. Going up into the right corner from behind the net. Savage from in behind the goal tries to start this. Late pass for Liam McGlynn. Got picked off on the way through. Comes around the other side there for Gritton. Putting it in behind against Aiden Howard, who tries to take his man off the puck and bump him away. Here's Quinn with the loose puck. Quinn tried to set it up in front there for Earl, and it didn't get to him. Elliot Holt on the backhand. That's going to come out past Watts. Or Baldy, sorry. There's another one of the Ajax players, Baldy. Opportunity to bring this in. 2 coming up. Shot. Stop. Jackman can't get the rebound as it went over his stick. And now Quinn gets that away. Quan, sorry. That is Quan, number 91. From behind the net now. Skating this from his own zone. Littleton coming after the loose puck and not able to get to it. Kept in there by Zentavny. From behind now, it's going to be Quan going after the puck in the corner. Trying to get it back to the line there for Garrett. Toros get the opportunity to try and get around him here. For Aiden Daypre, he gets around one, but Zentavny knocks him off the puck. Here comes an opportunity to skate this away now with a pass for Fleming. Fleming now drops it for Littleton, who bumps one in right into the catcher hand of Brett Foreman. Face-off now is going to be off to the right of the goal. Off to the right of Brett Foreman, trying to win that draw. It comes free there for Simmons and can't get his stick on it. Here's an opportunity now for Watts to set this up in front, win over the stick. Simmons on the backhand, and that goes past Skywin down the ice. Skywin coming after it, and he's got Kale Howard all over him, trying to entice a turnover Aiden Daypre along with Connor Cole. Ethan Maddox can't get to the loose puck. Here comes Simmons. Simmons with some nice moves. And now drops it for Forrestal. Getting in there with a shot. Forrestal on his own rebound. Can't bury it. Backhanded away and kept in there at the line. Forrestal trying to jam the set in front. Coming around the other side there. Big hit. Knocks him off the puck. Over here on the other side, McLaughlin's trying to keep this in, he will. Only for a momentary second, but McLaughlin's able to hold it in again. Fired all the way down the ice, and that will go for icing. Face off now coming off to the right of Foreman. Toros win the draw, try and get that puck out off the top of the glass. They skate this away and over the line, along with Sabrizi and Rusler. Sabrizi shot, kicked away there by Swatton, and he was able to find it, but it's still loose in behind. Toros try and get it hard off the glass. That's going to come out through center. Salter uses Hodgins on the other side. Savage. Littleton not going anywhere. Gives it there to Gritton, who puts that down the ice and into the corner. First one behind the goal is Quan after the puck. Pickering in that left corner to try and dig the puck free out of it. Quan is in there to try and get it free. Finally taken away there by Benjamin Sabrizi, but Quan is still over there doing the work for Pickering to try and keep it in the offensive end. Cameron Ryan takes a pass, but he's not going to get around number 13. Late pass is knocked down here by Earl, who brings it in. Earl's with a pass. That's a hopping puck that hopped over the stick there of the defense, and Foreman had to make sure that he was aware of that and hop on it for another face-off. That face-off will take place off to the right of the Toros end. Foreman ready in the goal. Trying to get it out past Garnett here at the line, who keeps it in. He got backed up there by Fleming. Now it's a turnover there. Try to tip it out there with Aiden Daypre. Comes out there center for Garnett. Garnett turns it over to Tyus Salter, but here's an opportunity. 2-on-1 back up the other way with McGlynn going to the goal. The fire shot is wide. Littleton will get sandwiched in between Jackman and McGlynn, and there's a shot that gets snagged up by Swatton. Face-off now is off to the left of the Pickering end. Wins it back to the line for Elliot Holt. Holt trying to help out with Daypre. Here's an opportunity for Simmons to go, but lost control of the puck, but Forrestal is able to find him. Forrestal's shot goes wide. Here's another shot. That was actually Forrestal with that shot, and he puts that one way wide into the netting out of play. Still one off a Toros stick because the face-off is still in the Toros end. Cale Howard over there with Simmons, and Simmons completes the check. Thrown out in front of the goal and into the slot area. Getting over there was McLaughlin to try and keep it in, and Forrestal's back at the line. There's a shot that doesn't make it to the front of the net. Tipped away to Elliot Holt to try and get free of it. There's a bouncing puck that went up in the air, and Foreman kept his eye on it and made the catch for another draw. Now it's going to be a defensive draw just off to the left of the Toros goal as Pickering change up on their defense. McLaughlin's out there as one of the defensemen. Around the boards it goes there for Cooper Hodgins to try and get it out of his own end. Here's an opportunity now for Forrestal. Forrestal puts the brakes on and sets it back to the line for Skywin, who can't shoot it to the front of the net. Taken away on the other side, and now Forrestal will get it. Fires it past McLaughlin back into the corner. McLaughlin will fire that around, and it goes past Hodgins down the ice. Tyus Salter from his own end. Along there with Cooper Hodgins, Cameron Ryan trying to get it on the other side, here at center. Parker Rusler here in front of us, trying to get away from some checks, tips it off the boards to himself. Cameron Ryan getting up there as well. Rusler can't shoot the puck. Sabrizi tried to help out as well, but that comes out through center. And leading up is Simmons for number 17 for Pickering. Coming around the boards again. Hard around. That gets past Quan and an opportunity to come back the other way. Baldy from his own end. It's a turnover there to Earl. Earl almost was able to have that knocked off his stick. Baldy with a flip pass. This is going to be a race to that loose puck, and Pickering are the ones that get to it. Looking to set up Quan on the front. There's a shot. Stopped there by Foreman, and Foreman had to look through some players out in front to be able to dive on that to get another draw. Face off one. Shot gets wide there by Gritton. Jackman trying to get the puck out. Kept in at the line. Logan Jackman coming after the loose puck here on the other side. Fired back into Foreman with a blocker save. Maddox takes it from behind his own goal. And we get a whistle. Face-off is off to the left of the goal. Backhand shot. Fired wide past Foreman. Starting it out on a 2-on-2, 3-on-2 rush now. From behind the net. Trying to jam this out in front for Cale Howard. Back to the line again. Chipped around the other side here and tipped out. Knocked down here by Connor Cole. Aiden Daypre with a loose puck. Shot right pad stop there by Swatton. And Cale Howard tries to set up Daypre again. Turning that one over. Kept in at the line. Shot to the net. Easy catch for Swatton. Face-off is off to the right. Coming around the boards here on the other side. Kept in there by Savage. Knocked down there by Ben Saprisi in his own end. Saprisi trying to get here on the other side. Against Parker Rusler. Lead pass. Tipped away. All the way down and into the corner. It's going to roll right into Foreman, who's going to cover it up. Face-off is now going to be off to the right of Foreman. Opportunity to skate with it. It's a 3-on-1 back up the other way. Ben Saprisi leads it in. Can't shoot it. But the Toros had the opportunity there to pull the trigger. Up through center, it fires that away. Dumped all the way back in. And Swatton's going to leave that behind his own net for McLaughlin. Fired out all the way down the ice. And it's going to roll and not have enough for icing from behind the goal. Wrapped around. Here's an opportunity to pick this up off the boards. Stretch pass, bringing this in over the line. He's going to take this right to the front and kept in by Liam McGlynn. McGlynn from behind the net on the other side. Aiden Howard racing after the loose puck. He drops it back to the line. Big hit there on the other side there by Salter. Watts with some nice moves. Taking one to the front of the net, but he got bumped enough, just enough, to be able to shoot the puck. Trying to come here on the other side against McGlynn. McGlynn bringing us up through center. Getting up there with Jackman. Liam McGlynn a shot. Left pad stop there by Swatton, who gets it back. Jackman again gets it in front. Stopped there by Swatton with a right pad. Still loose. And finally Swatton's going to dive on it and get a whistle. Face-off is off to the right now of Swatton. To be taken now. Kwan will come in to take the draw. Face-off gets one. Shot to the point. Hit a stick. Into the corner goes Connor Cole after it. Right in front. Shot! Gets blocked there by Daypre. Elliot Holt's shot got blocked by Kwan. Here comes two in and it's offside. As just ahead of the play was Gritton for the offside. Face-off is just inside the blue line. Elliot Holt going after the loose puck. Trying to take it from behind the goal. We're under 5 minutes left to go here in period number 2. Still a scoreless draw. Toros have had their chances here in the second period though. Pickering had a couple of opportunities too, including one by Forsto at the side of the net. 3 coming up. Connor Cole. Shot. Fired it wide. Coming around the boards and kept in at the line. Turned over there to Earl, who comes out with it. Earl hard off the glass and out. Back into the Toros end for Cooper Hodgins. Hodgins from behind his own net. Gets stood up there against Gritton. Fired over here into the corner. It'll be slapped around there for Elliot Holt to try and get to the loose puck. Elliot Holt on the backhand, turned over on the other side. Tipped away. That's going to roll all the way down the ice and go for icing. Littleton's going to take this draw off to the left of the goal. Tipped off, fired past Skywin. Trying to start a 2-on-1 back the other way, but McLaughlin's got it and fires it around. Fleming turns it over. Parker Rusler going after the loose puck. Rusler takes it in the corner now. Shot! That doesn't make the net. Off the boards again. Coming up through center is Littleton. Getting up there was Zentavany. Drop pass for Littleton. Shot. A nice block on the way through. It didn't make it to the net. Toros skate away with this nice move to escape the check by Sabrizi. Setting up Salter, who dumps it deeper back in behind. Cameron Ryan drops it behind the goal for Parker Rusler, who walks us out. Rusler still with that loose puck. Sets it up in front. Cameron Ryan couldn't find it on his feet. Tyus Salter gets it. Back in behind there for Cameron Ryan again. Still going after the loose puck. Taken away there by McLaughlin, who moves it up there for Watts. Watts is coming in with a shot way wide of the mark. Salter taking the carom off the boards. Late pass. Knocked down by Logan Jackman, who comes in. Jackman trying to get around Baldy. Backhand pass. Aiden Howard can't find it, but what a setup by Jackman as he got around Baldy, and a nice backhand pass for Aiden Howard, but the shot didn't make it through. Kept in there at the line by Gavin Savage, but it was offside. Must have just came out over the line. Here's Watts with it. Turnover to Jackman, who is standing in the right spot. Logan Jackman with the loose puck, sets it up in front. Can't get tipped in as Connor Cole was taken down before he could deflect it on goal. Right to the front of the net. Not going anywhere. Here comes Watts with it. Watts' pass was in the feet of Simmons down the ice. Forrestall trying to keep it in here on the left side. Taken away there by the Toros as they skate this out. An opportunity to skate through some open ice. And in over the line for Savage. Dumps it deeper behind. Coming around the boards and out. Rolling puck all the way back into the zone for Elliot Holt to come after it. Holt from his own zone sees a pass up through center. Just over the stick there of Aiden Desprez. Desprez is going to try and cut off the wall on the other side. Gets fired back in behind against Elliot Holt. Big hit in behind the goal. They set this up for Desprez again. 1:10 left to go here on the clock. Still loose from the side. Pickering are going to jam that in right in front of the net as they're able to get that final shot right in behind the goal. It must have just sat there right in front, and somebody was able to poke it in, and a late goal here by Pickering has them up by 1. Earl's going to take this draw here at center now. So that goal coming at 14:55 as there was 1:05 left to go on the clock. Sorry, 13:55. At a front, one-time shot going wide. Capped in here at the line by Ethan Maddox. Jackman trying to get free, drops it in the corner. Here comes Connor Cole walking out. Can't shoot it. Taken away there by Gritton. Gritton starts a 3 back the other way. In over the line, trying to take a shot. Left pad save as it comes out quick by Foreman. It's still loose here at the side. Here comes an opportunity to skate this away. It's Aiden Howard bringing it in, taking off his stick. Dumped all the way into Swatton, who makes a stop. Steers it off behind the goal. Coming around here for Gritton. Connor Cole trying to stick to his man on the other side, and now it's Quan. Quan gets taken down by Sabrizi with a hit. But he's still able to dump it deep and kill more time on the clock here to end this second period. And a late goal at 13:55 of the period puts Pickering up by 1 as the two teams head to the dressing room for a flood. Ready to kick off period number 3 here at the Garnet B. Rickard Recreation Complex. Pickering takes a 1-0 lead into period number 3 with that late goal. Toros have to try and regroup to start this third period, and they started off with Aiden Desprez tipping the puck into the left corner. From behind the net, trying to work it over in behind. Trying to get it back to the line there for Tyus Salter. The pass was picked off, and back comes Watts the other way. Watts with a backhand there for Simmons to get pissed off. Garnett over here to the other side. Flipped all the way in there by number 13, right into Foreman, who hangs on to it. Now it's going to be Earl to come on the ice to take this offensive draw for Pickering. Jackman trying to tip it past him, put it into the corner. Logan Jackman trying to get around the checker. It's knocked down here in the zone there by Gritton. Gritton's shot is stopped off the side of the net. Kept in by Garnett. Garnett a shot. That goes wide and high over the boards. Aiden Desprez with the loose puck, or McGlynn with the loose puck. Getting up there with Jackman. McGlynn gets around the check to Jackman. Can't get a pass over there to him. It's in behind. Jackman's pass to the line is coming out through center. Harder on the boards and in. Nice knockdown there by Logan Jackman. Jackman will dump this. Swatton steers it off to the left into the corner. Fleming will take it behind his own net now. Here comes Pickering. That was almost a turnover there to Parker Rusler. In over the line comes number 12, Littleton, who dumps that deep off the boards. Gritton from behind the net. Taken away there by Littleton, who tried to jam that out in front. Taken away here by Parker Rusler from his own zone. Rusler trying to get around a check of McLaughlin. Takes it to the slot. Wrist shot. Hit a stick and doesn't make it through to the net. Kept in here at the line. Here's another opportunity. Right from the side of the goal. They score! From the side of the net, I believe that's Cameron Ryan who was able to put that in. And he ties things up at 1. So it only takes 2:06 for the Toros to get that late goal back in the second period. And it belongs to Cameron Ryan, but a nice setup by Parker Rusler as well by setting it up right in front of the goal. Opportunity to start this from their own end is coming in. Cale Howard along with Connor Cole. Cole going wide against Simmons. Coming around the other side here for Pickering. Tipping this away through center. Trying to get around the checker there as Tyus Salter. His pass over there was over the stick of Daypre right on net. It's going to go wide and take a carom off the back end boards. Around the boards it goes for Cale Howard. Connor Cole with a tip. Got it there for Ethan Maddox. And hit into the boards. That'll be the first penalty of the game. As that is going to go there to number 25, I believe, who's going to get the penalty. And it's going to be for interference. The captain for the Pickering Panthers. So the first power play, the Toros have already got the goal. That's tied it up. Now they get to go to their power play to try and take their first lead of the game, and to take the opening draw for this power play will be number 91, Aiden Howard. Wins it cleanly back to Jackman, who's moved back to defense with Cooper Hodgins. That goes wide. Aiden Howard sets it up again. Drops it back there for Hodgins. Hodgins uses Jackman on the other side. He sets it up, and that was just over the stick of Sabrizi, who couldn't handle the pass. But the Toros keep possession. Straight to Jackman! Stopped there by Swatton at the side on the tip. Jackman was snuck in there from the side and got stopped by Swatton though. Found and dumped, knocked down by Cooper Hodgins at center. He fires that deep back in behind the goal. Tipped around the side. Cooper Hodgins will try and keep this in. It was a bouncing puck. Stays in the zone. But now Pickering get the opportunity to clear. And they'll just fire that one. Not out. Kept in now by Cameron Ryan. Cameron Ryan getting around the check of Kwan with a shot going wide. Jackman will keep it in there at the line. Slapping it around the other side. Kwan going after it. Sabrizi gets it for Hodgins. Hodgins can't shoot it. Dumps it for Sabrizi in the corner. Ben Sabrizi walking out for the pass for Jackman. Can't get it over the right pad of Swatton. And that'll come out at center. From his own end now, it'll be an opportunity for Hodgins to fire this around. Cale Howard from his own end. Start this out. Trying to get there with a pass. Hard off the glass. Back in behind the Toros net. And Brett Foreman leaves it back there for Savage. Savage to the other side for Cooper Hodgins to lead this in. With a pass tape to tape. Trying to pick up the loose puck. And it's an offside. Almost approaching 10 minutes left to go here in the third period. 1-1 game between these two clubs. Tyus Salter late pass for Connor Cole to try and bring this in. Penalty's over. They had a couple of big opportunities on that power play. Jackman had one point blank right in front of the net, but couldn't beat Swatton. He actually had two of them right in front of the goal. Savage a shot. That goes wide. Karem's right in front. And we're going to get a whistle as the play gets blown down. Faceoff still stays in the Pickering end. Aiden Howard tried to win that draw, coming around the boards, trying to get kept in there by Salter. It gets around him. Zentavany coming after the loose puck. From their own end, it comes to the other side. This will be a turnover. Liam McGlynn's going in the corner after it. Coming around the boards there for Fleming. He gets picked off on the other side. Aiden Howard trying to do the job to get it back there for Gavin Savage. Savage trying to keep it in there at the line. Comes free. Here's Ty Salter with it. Salter with a stretch pass for McGlynn. He'll use the boards to dump that deeper. Savage will try and be the first one. Puck! Scores! Gavin Savage scores the goal as he bounced it in front, and it might have hit the back of Swat, and it went in. And the Toros get a lucky break, but they'll take it. They go up 2-1. Throw the puck on net, and good things will happen. Savage just threw it out in front, and it might have hit the back pad of Swatton and made it to the back of the goal, but the Toros will take it as they take a 2-1 lead in their first lead in the game. Behind the goal it goes now. Maddox was coming over there on the other side. Putting it over here there for Skywind. Almost turned it over there to Saprizi for another opportunity. Here they come up through center, led out by Watts. Watts is coming over the line, trying to keep control of the puck. Watts goes into the corner, sets it up in front. This is trying to get kept in. Shot to the net. Right backhand shot. Stopped by Foreman. Took it off the mask. Still loose there in the corner. And Forrestal gets sent down. And it'll be a Toros penalty. As Forrestal's going to go to the box. As Forrestal drew the penalty. Sorry. There's a shot. Stopped by Foreman. Still loose. And McLaughlin couldn't get to the rebound. We're still waiting for the Toros to touch up the puck. And there it is. As the Toros this time will go for interference. So both penalties have been for interference. So after the Toros couldn't convert on their first power play, it'll be an opportunity for the Pickering Panthers to convert on theirs, as Parker Rusler will go to the box for the interference call on Forrestal in front of the net. Face-off will be off to the right now of Foreman. Fired around, kept in by Pickering. Watts keeps it in. Watts with a shot to the net. Hit a stick, tipped on the way through and deflected wide. Watts going after it again, sets up Simmons. Coming around the other side there for Gritton, going after it. Desprez right on Gritton, and he's getting some help there with Elliott Holt to try and dig the puck free. Comes out, capped in by Pickering, shot from the line. Left pad save, still loose and goes wide. Watts right in front, can't shoot it. That'll try and get kept in by Boland, and it went over his stick. Boland has it at center, the captain for this Pickering team. Here comes Gritton after the puck. Gritton with a drop pass. It's Simmons with it. Stepping into one there. And puts it behind the net. Simmons trying to go back to the line for Garnett. Instead, she finds Littleton out in front, and his shot got blocked. It'll get kept in by Garnett right here in front of us. The shot to the net is knocked down, but nice play there by Garnett, kept it alive. Here's Littleton after it. Littleton from behind the goal. Set up in front, hit the back of the net. Now it's Watts with it. 40 seconds left on the interference call to Parker Rusler. Gritton trying to jam it in from the side. Foreman having none of that, makes a stop. From behind now Littleton. Littleton trying to get a bounce to go his way. It's right there in the crease area. And they're trying to jam it in out in front. And the Pickering are celebrating like it's in the back of the net. And Foreman saying, no, it's not. He's able to keep it out and keep his team up by 1. Earl to take this draw just off to the left of the Toros goal. 25 seconds left to go on the penalty to Rusler. Gavin Savage. Savage doing his job behind the net. Now he's getting controlled over there by 3 players, so Aiden Howard had to go and help. From behind the net. Setting this up, trying to go back to the line. It's pushed off into the corner. 5 seconds left on the penalty to Rusler. Right in front, taken away by the Toros and chipped away. Toros have killed off that. Parker Rusler with the loose puck out of the penalty box, but couldn't skate with it. From their own end now, Garnett starts this out. Garnett dumps this deep on goal. Steered off to the right by Foreman. Fleming coming after the puck and setting it up for Watts. Watts backhand. Caught by Foreman with ease, and he'll take another draw. Face-off now is off to the left of the Toros end. Stepping into one. That was McNeil. Finally got the name on that as he took the shot. Here's an opportunity to bring this in for Desprez. Desprez front of it, backhand is stopped there by Swatton as he was able to cut down the angle and control that backhand opportunity from Aiden Daypre. It'll be a face-off from the Pickering end. Off to the left of the goal to be taken by Connor Cole. Cooper Hodgins back there on defense waiting to take a shot, maybe if they can win that draw. It does get win cleanly back for Ethan Maddox, who puts it in the corner. Wrapped around the boards. Up through center. It's still loose there in the corner. Stretch pass to the other side. Here comes Simmons after it. Simmons dumps it in. That took a hop and bounced wide of the net. Aiden Daypre with the loose puck. Daypre for Connor Cole to try and get away in the zone. Right in front, went over the stick on the other side. Forrester will dump it back in behind the net there. Skywind goes after the loose puck. Getting some help there behind the goal to try and get it out. Fired all the way out as it came out over the line. And now we're going to get a whistle. And we're going to get a hooking call coming up. Going to the Toros, number 93, Daypre. So the second straight power play is on the horizon for the Pickering Panthers. And they trail this game by 1. That comes out through center past Watts from their own end. Nice pressure on there by Aiden Howard, so here's Simmons after it. Lead pass was over the stick of Gretton going into the corner. They've got Littleton waiting out of front for a pass, and that was where they were headed. But Littleton had it taken away from him. Right in on goal for Swatton to stop it. Over the stick there almost, Boland, but he was able to control the bouncing puck. 3 Panthers back up the other way, led in by Simmons with Littleton. Littleton can't shoot it. Getting some help there from Gratton trying to shoot the puck. Ben Sabrizi's out there short-handed. He flips it away past Boland. Now he's trying to get to it, but out comes Swatton. An extra defenseman to come out there to play the puck. Gratton from his own end. Another nice almost pick off there by the Toros. And over the line. Drop pass is taken away and dumped down the ice. Late pass here is broken up by Jackman. The intended pass for Gritton. Garnett from behind his own net. Cooper Hodgins will keep that puck in at the line. Here's Kwan coming after the loose puck on the other side. Kwan getting away through center. Reaching the neutral zone, now reaching the Toros end. Here's Kwan getting up there with Earl with a pass shot. Hit a stick, went wide. From behind the goal it goes again. Cleared away and up through center comes Garnett. Garnett from his own end will hit Earl with a pass. Earl brings us in along with Zentavany. Drop pass for Forrestal. Forrestal taking the shot. He's not going to be able to. Forrestal again shoots it. Blocker saved there by Foreman. It's up in the air in the slot area. It's loose for Forrestal. Back for Garnett. Garnett a shot getting tipped wide. Pickering pressure trying to tie things up. Penalty to Daypre's over. Backhand into the corner there for Earl was out of the reach. And fired around the boards and out. All the way back in his own end goes Garnett after the puck. Garnett with a stretch pass up through center. Bringing this in, 2 Pickering players. Watts, pass, tipped wide, and Foreman gives Fleming a shot. As Fleming was going to the side of the net looking for the redirection. There's a shot, not going to make it through. Taken away by the Toros, Gavin Savage down the ice. Right now, the game-winning goal belongs off of his stick. From behind the goal, Pickering have it behind the goal. They start this out. The stretch pass is knocked down there by Cameron Ryan. He scored the equalizer to start off this third period. That goes up, hit a Toros player on the bench area, and we get a whistle. 2:18 left to go here on the clock. It's from behind the goal, hard around the net. Forrest still trying to keep that in. From behind the net now. Setting it up, trying to jam pass with a back. Bank it off Foreman there was Watts and couldn't bank it in. So now it's going to be Forrestal to take this draw off to the left of Brett Foreman. Taken away there by the Toros, Connor Cole with a lead pass. From their own end, it gets tipped off the boards by Ty Salter. Now it's a lead pass to the other side and knocked down on the way through. Hard around there by Ethan Maddox, and that gets past his man, McLaughlin at the line. From behind their own net, they start this out. Trying for a tip in on goal. Daypre couldn't get to it. Tip pass up through center. Here comes Simmons after the loose puck. Simmons isn't going to get around the check there of Cooper Hodgins. Toros just trying to hang on here on this Wednesday night at the Garnet B. Rickard. Hanging on to a 2-1 lead against Pickering. Might be more. Here comes Aiden Desprez. Desprez in! Stopped there by Swatton. And he closes up the leg, says Desprez. Tried to go through the 5-hole and Swatton closed it up in just a nick of time. Toros have the face-off right where they need it in the Pickering end with 1:17 left to go. You gotta watch for Swatton when they're gonna pull him to the bench for the extra attacker. First they need to get possession. Gavin Savage put that in. Now Pickering gets possession of the puck and lead this up to Littleton. Gritton gets the puck and off goes Swatton to the bench. Littleton comes deeper. Swatton still on the way out. Now he's going to the bench for the extra attacker. Right in front, Littleton shot, stopped by Foreman. It's in behind the goal. Toros trying to hang on. Zentavany behind the net. It's Gritton with going after it. Connor Cole trying to pin it there. Zentavany along with from behind. Toros get it, send it down. Skywin fires that off the boards back into the Toros end. Cooper Hodgins from his own zone will get it over here to the other side for Savage with a nice deflection. Toros couldn't get rid of it as Desprez's opportunity to clear hit a Pickering player. Savage and Cole trying to keep that puck there in the right corner. It's in behind the net. They kill off more time on the clock. That isn't going fast enough if you're a Toro. Middleton with a hit, and he thinks he got more of his own teammate Gritton there. That goes down the ice, and it goes for icing. Still 8 seconds left to go on the clock. Now both teams have taken their timeouts. No more timeouts left to go. 8 seconds left to go on the clock. McLaughlin shot to the net, picked up by the Toros, and they're going to clear this away at center. And the Clearington Toros complete the comeback on this night. They went down 1-0 after that second period, and instead of taking that as a deflator, they went into the dressing room and regrouped, came out in that third period and got the tire by Cameron Ryan, and then a little bit later on, it was Gavin Savage who potted the game winner. So the minor midget AA Toros continue their streak of not being defeated this year so far. Thank you for watching on this Wednesday night. I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackman.